Pushamitra, I have for you Mahesh Arumugam of Meinhardt. These are some of the projects where he's been the facade consultant. This one is the TCS project in Chennai, which has withstood 2 cyclones, heavy rains and flooding, and without any failures. This is one of his most iconic projects. He's also done the Satya one in Ahmedabad. And Mahesh is personally an architect, an engineer, and an MBA in fire and safety management. He has over 33 years of experience. He was a part of the UB Towers project in Singapore, which was the first unitized granite and glass facade outside of Europe. He's also worked for the better part of his career in Singapore and Dubai. And he came to India in 2006 for the Delhi airport. Having come here in 2008, he set up Meinhardt International at Chennai. And he has to spread it over 250 projects, and most prominent among them being like I just said, for TCS, Chennai and Bhubaneswar, both cities which were hit with cyclones and both where there have been absolutely zero failures. So with that, I come to the end of my presentation to the panelists. And in line with today's topic, I just want to show you some other projects that we've got. And what I want you to see is that these are the buildings and these are what are being formed right now. These are some of the projects that are online and have been completed. That the previous one was ITC. This one is Godrej BKC. This is another one in Hyderabad for Amazon, which had granite and glass. Right? And this is a 62-story tall project in Mumbai. Now, these are all projects that we have seen and we've witnessed and what has happened over the last 5-7 years in the country. I'm not going to beyond that or earlier than that, rather, to 2000s, because that's pretty far off. Right? But what's been happening over the last 5-7 years, my idea was to get a picture from the panelists as to this is what we've been seeing and witnessing in the country. And having seen this, are we now ready for the next stage? Are we going to be seeing projects like the Shard in London, in Mumbai, for instance, or in New Delhi? Right? Are we going to see the Shamri of Australia, maybe in Bangalore? Right? Would we be seeing the 56 Leonard Street in Chennai? Right? Right? I'd like the panelists to come forward and I'd like them to tell me. I'd like to know whether Londik tells me at Hafiz he can do something like the Nanjing Olympic Tower for us. Right? And then are we ready finally for the smart glazing, the smart windows, smart glass? What you see here is a project in New York where there are no shades here. The glass keeps changing with the time of the day. And these are high expensive models of glass which cost upwards of 5,000 rupees a square foot. So this is what I want to put to the panel. Are we ready for these in India right now? Right? And where do we go from here? So I'm going to start with my first question of the day. And this is going to be to Pushpamitra. Pushpamitra, if I may have your attention. Yeah? Do you foresee, having seen what you've just seen on your screen and seeing where we're looking forward to going, do you see the buildings that we're going to be doing ahead more complex?
I wouldn't say the word complex here. I would say that buildings would be more simplified. That's how I would describe it. And when I talk of simplified buildings, in terms of because the way the post-COVID situation would be immediately, and then after 2 years down the line, it will have a very different impact. So there, what we'll have to look at is the capital expenditure or the maintenance, operational expenditure. All that will have to be seen. And that's how I would put them. And like, for example, like project how we had completed in for DLF Chennai. So there it's like a more simplified kind of a thing where we balance out the strip glazing and punched windows and things like that. And when we talk of simplicity, then it's also about how fast you're able to complete this project. So it's like minimum labor, more factory finished things where they're done at factory and then they just come and install. For example, this particular project where we have a huge, there you don't see that it's like, though there's a lot of glass being shown here, but still it's possible that it's more unitized kind of a way we adopted, and then we're able to control, the time factor and labor also, where the dependency on labor is reduced. Even this kind of factors we were experiencing, and we're already doing, for example, for Infosys and other clients, where they are already specified like 30% of glazing area and other areas have to be opaque. So it's already been done earlier also, and that is.
So, Harmeet, Pushyamitra said that, we're going to see more simplified buildings as we go along. We're going to see buildings which are going to be less capital intensive, but more easier to fix and fit. Do you agree with that kind of thought process? And do you feel that post-COVID, are we going to see a change in the designing of facades?
Yes, I agree with Pushyamitra on this, because I also feel that for the next 2 years, because of the economic downturn, we are going to see a change in the design of facades, not really in the design, but in the design of the buildings, where they're going to use a lot of hard areas like texture paint, etc., and reduce the capex cost on the facade. I mean, and also in other areas of the building, wherever they do. And after 2 years, when the economic U-turn starts, and we start going back to our, what we were, then I see the futuristic buildings will come back. It will be a slow progression, but I see that we will be back to 100% facade. Then the buildings like you showed, like the Shard, or those may come back, into this market. But for the next 2 to 3 years, I think that we will have to go with this downturn and then finally take over the, the new buildings, that concepts that are going to come. For example, if you see this building that I was showing, this was designed pre-COVID, and it was designed with 100% glass coverage. And now, within the last month, they have changed the design with only 65% facade coverage. So already there's a 35% drop in facade coverage, which shows texture paint at the backside or in certain areas where they will put a texture paint. So this trend has already started. Now, if you see the earlier slides which I showed you, this is just a double skin facade that we did. Now, we are not going to get 100% facade coverages like we did have earlier, not anymore, okay, for some time. Like this is also 100% facade coverage building. Now, these we are not going to get, but I see that we have to live with a downturn right now, with a change in design of the facade, not in the designing of the system, but in the area of the facade that the buildings are going to cover.
Okay. Okay, so that's an interesting observation that you've put forward. I think it's going to be a little worrisome for fabricators like us, because we're going to suddenly find ourselves doing the same kind of hard work for less returns, right?
And consultants.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on, Hiten, this is to you. Do you think the buildings and the facades that you see today, whether pre-COVID or what we're going to see post-COVID, whether full glazing or partially glazed, right? Do you think they're apt for India? Do you think these are good? Are they? Is this glass box culture that we have? Every commercial building has now got has to have glass, otherwise you can't market it. No one's going to come and take space in that building, right? Why commercials now, even residentials, right? The ICC Island City Center in Mumbai, or the Four Seasons private residences in Mumbai, they're just simple glass boxes, and even the India Bulls project for that matter.